The story of the Botanic Gardens, this is one of the most treasured Taonga Maori of all, because it actually comes from the gardens itself. It was found in the late 1880s, 120 plus years ago, in Washburn Creek in South Hagley Park. And the wee note on it says 5 feet down. So it's obviously they were digging, clearing that creek to flow as Pākehā like, in nice straight lines or something. And so it must have drifted down the stream and become logged there. And it's been in the museum and part of the museum's displays for that period of time.
Wow. Over 124 years old.
Well, how much older than that before it was found, we don't know. I think it's totara, just by the look and the feel. It might not be. It's pity that the surface is weathered a little bit. But little kumete like that, I think it's a little serving dish. It's got a little handle on that end for tipping, but it might have been used for other purposes. I think it is a table dish rather than a, not used on a table, but for serving delicacies. I don't know my way around the cuisine that well. It's always what I've interpreted it as.
It just seems to me the way that it sits on this flat surface, that it was a vessel for holding something, what we don't know, but obviously not too heavy, and it's got a bit of feels like it's had a bit of a lip or something here, Roger, or a smoothing out around here, so that
flowing.
Something could be tipped from it. So I wonder if it was used for holding liquid. Equally, it looks just as good today.
If you were straining tutu berries to get the juice, would that be the?
Yes, it could be. Yeah, it could be.
You'd expect it to be stained, but then a function like that, or.
Yeah, I mean, what a magnificent find this is, isn't it?
Brilliant.
It's just beautiful.
You can make a wooden container in just about any shape you like. The reason this one has been made with beautiful contour, graceful, elegant, it is a, the maker's intention has been to make it visually, aesthetic, appealing, and also it's lovely to hold. It's just got a nice, it's always been intended to be a beautiful piece.
I think you're right. It hasn't got any decoration on it.
No.
No. So it was a utility that was used frequently.
Yes.
On a daily basis, I would.
But why not make it pretty?
That's right.
Yeah.
Why not make it pleasing to look at? And it certainly is.
And maybe in the Pacific, a large shell would form a similar, or coconut shell would form a similar sort of function. Here in Aotearoa, you make a similar vessel from timber, from wood. The lovely thing about this is when you actually look inside, you can see some of the polishing, the lines from the polishing, where
the working of it.
Working pumice or another abrasive has been used to give that finish, or perhaps clean it after use. It was a handful of sand to
clean it out.
I don't know.
Yes, I don't know. Oh. What a little treasure!
It's almost a waka, shape, timeless in its grace.
Roger, what wood do you think this is?
I've handled this particular piece quite a lot, and I'm sure it's made from totara, which of course, not just because that was one of the main trees used and growing relatively frequently across the floodplains here and around the greater Christchurch and Canterbury area. It was such a beautiful timber to work with. And this timber, when you turn it over and you have a look, the grain is running so beautifully through the timber, which is why totara was used for whakairo, for carving, for house building, and I think I'm convinced we'd need to do a scientific test, but I think I'd be proved right. I'd say it's totara.